Think something rare and akin to Ninja playing Fortnite with Drake live, and Twitch Plays Pokemon ran out on an aggressive daily basis. Twitch Plays Pokemon not only inspired an entire generation of Pokemon fans, but it directly inspired Twitch. Yo, what's good, my eruptionies and my eruptioners? Green Typhlosion here, and if those quotes didn't notify you, Twitch Plays Pokemon is a phenomena unlike any other. Its presence and ability to break the internet is compared to Ninja playing Fortnite with Drake. Twitch Plays Pokemon is a very underrated event, not only in Pokemon history, but in internet history. Today, I'm going to tell you why people went crazy over Twitch Plays Pokemon. Now let's get on with the video.
Oregon.
First, we need some contextualization on the event itself. Twitch Plays Pokemon was developed by an Australian programmer. This was first designed as a social experiment, but became much more. The premise was viewers control the protagonist by inputting commands into the chat in a Pokemon Red emulator. This project blew up, and soon viewers from all around the world were seeing how far hundreds of thousands of people controlling one character can progress in a single game. The viewership peaked at 123,000 plus viewers and had over 62,000 returning viewers on average. This stream even broke a record. So based on all of this, you know this game had a massive following. Now we must get to the why. Twitch Plays Pokemon was so memorable because of the lore. It's similar to a religion or mythology. You had heroes, villains, infamous moments, and so much more. Let me tell you a little bit about this lore. You have the hive mind, or the people who are playing the game. The lore really started to manifest in Part 2, or Day 2. This is when players appeared in Mount Moon and were faced with a choice, the Dome Fossil or the Helix Fossil. They chose the Helix Fossil. The goal was to revive this fossil. During this LP, there were many fan favorite Pokemon for one reason or another. Popular ones include Abby the Charmander, Jane Leno the Raticate, Lord Helix, Bird Jesus the Pidgeot, ATV or All-Terrain Venomoth, also known as the Dragon Slayer, and Air Jordan, which was a Lapras. If you are confused, here is a brief timeline with some but not all of the major events that happened. Day 1. Brock is defeated, Charmander is the star choice, and Bird Jesus or Pidgey was caught. Day 2. The Helix Fossil was obtained and Mount Moon was cleared for the first time. Abby the Charmander fainted, so they ran through it again, and soon-to-be fan-favorite Pidgey evolved, and another soon-to-be fan-favorite Jane Leno the Raticate was caught. The team heavily struggled with Misty, but won on their 11th try. Day 3, more game progression was done with tasks like the SS and being completed. Dux the Farfetch was traded for, and Surge was beaten after clearing the puzzle on the first try, and they got the badge. I'm going to highlight two major events from Day 4, being the ledge and the rock tunnel. After 4 hours, the ledge was cleared and they were at rock tunnel. I told you about one Rattata, but there was also another called Dig Rat. It had dig and it kept digging the hive mind out of the cave, forcing them to restart. Or they blacked out and had to restart. After 10 hours, they finally cleared rock tunnel. Now, for some other major events, mostly being Bird Jesus evolved in the Pidgeot, and the stream progressed from Lavender Town to Celadon City. Day 5 and 6. This is where the lore really started to form. Bird Jesus destroyed Erica, and this is the part where we go from a game to a pseudo-religion. The team obtained an Eevee, which will later be dubbed the False Prophet. The team needed a water type, but instead they brought a Fire Stone. Since they could not afford another stone, that Eevee would later become a Flareon. Then tragedy struck. fan favorites Abby the Charizard and Jay Leno the Eradicate were deposited in the PC and then they were released. Moving forward into the Team Rocket hideout, Eevee became a Flareon and Digrat dug them out of the Rocket HQ repeatedly. The stream was faced with a choice later though, to keep the Helix Fossil or the Moonstone. They tossed the Moonstone. After the stream misbehaving, along with the hive mind having trouble voting, they went through the Rocket hideout. Also, they released the False Prophet Flareon. They completed puzzles after hours and then got defeated by Giovanni. Also, the stream was starting to peak in viewership around this time. Day 7 and 8. Bird Jesus plays a huge role in defeating Giovanni. Along with that and the viewership being at an all-time high, Pidgeot begins to develop a massive legacy. They complete more things within the game, but endure some serious hardships. They released a newly obtained Hitmonlee, but they caught a ghastly named Rick. The stream struggled greatly in Pokemon Tower because the team mostly comprised of normal type moves which ghosts are immune to. For once though, Digrat with Dig or a super effective move saves the day. Day 9. Bird Jesus carries the team to Fuchsia City. Then they go to Safari Zone. They caught some Pokemon that were sent to the PC, but most of the times they either ran out of Pokeballs, took too many steps, or Digrat kept digging them out of the Safari Zone. Nothing major happened until 14 hours in when they caught one of the future main members of this team. This was ATV or All-Terrain Venomoth. They also made crucial progress by obtaining Surf and the Golden Teeth. They made a little bit of progress in Silphco, then gained another future team member in Air Jordan the Lapras. So you see, I'm 9 days in. There are 6 more days that I am not going to cover because this video would be too long. So here are the major events from the rest of the days. They get through Silphco and get some gym badges thanks to Bird Jesus putting the team on his back. Bloody Sunday, or the event where 12 Pokemon were released, occurred. On the bright side, they did catch a Zapdos at the power plant, which will later be known as the Archangel. The next day, they finally got the Cinnabar, and the Helix Fossil was revived. Helix was the last addition to the party. The final team was assembled, and they made their way through the game. They had several struggles like Victory Road and defeating Giovanni one last time. Then they came to their biggest challenge, the Elite Four. After days of grinding, they finally defeated Lorelei after 3 attempts, rolled over Bruno, and eventually defeated Agatha. Then they faced Lance and ATV, All-Terrain Venomoth, due to a Generation 1 glitch slayed Lance's dragons. After a few tries, or on the 22nd attempt, Blue was defeated. The game credits rolled and the final stream ended with 92,000 viewers, witnessing history in the making. Thing about what I just told you is, if you didn't know any better, you would think this is some kind of story, not a live stream. But that's why people went crazy over it. Twitch Plays Pokemon wasn't just some Pokemon stream. It was a story that unfolded in real time that actually happened. People were invested in this. It inspired memes and a very hardcore culture. People who never seen Twitch Plays Pokemon knew who Lord Helix was. The memes that spawned from this were absolutely insane. It's crazy to believe that people are still talking about this event to this day, 5 years later. Even the people who run Twitch still commemorate this massive event. Believe it or not, this was the second Pokemania. People gathering to watch, take part, or talk about something Pokemon related on such a wide scale was something that hasn't been seen since the 90s. Also, I wasn't even a major part of this event. I barely knew about anything related to Twitch Plays Pokemon until I started researching this video. So people went crazy over this, not because of the concept of the stream, but because of what was able to manifest as a result of people being part of the stream. So I went to Reddit to see why people fell in love with Twitch Plays Pokemon. I wrote this script before I even went onto Reddit and typed the post. Thing is, more or less everything I said was what people said on Reddit. At first, the initial attraction was the concept of 100,000 people playing the game at once, but over time it shifted, and that shift is what made Twitch Plays Pokemon so memorable and special. So basically, that is why people went crazy over Twitch Plays Pokemon. Also, I believe it is still up and running till today if you want to take part in the newer versions of it. Okay, if you actually made it to the end of the video, seriously, good job. This was a really long video. Besides that, if you liked the video, like it, want some more videos, consider subscribing, and watch some more videos, but more importantly, have a good day.